Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
I'm Tim Stenevec along with Carol Masser. Let's take a look at some stocks on the move today. With us is Bloomberg TV markets correspondent Nora Melinda. Nora, Nvidia.
Yeah.
When it moves, it has an outsized effect because
Absolutely.
It is so valuable.
Absolutely. I mean, this is a name that the entire market watches. Of course, we do know that this is a stock that's going to be reporting next week, but we are seeing shares of Nvidia in focus down about 2.6% as we speak. And of course, we know this is after yesterday. We saw the stock hit its biggest jump since early April. So we are seeing a pairing here of those gains. This is after SoftBank said that it will be selling its entire $5.8 billion stake in the company as it looks to really go all in on the ChatGPT maker OpenAI. So, of course, we are seeing this discussion, an ongoing discussion right now about a potential AI bubble. So, of course, this is kind of underscoring a lot of those threats, those concerns, and also just about whether or not, if they're pulling out this funding, what does that mean for NVIDIA more broadly? But
I get it.
Isn't it going to have to buy NVIDIA chips?
Yes.
If it's increasing.
Yeah, OpenAI will have to, but I get it because SoftBank's essentially saying, they're signaling, okay, we think the opportunity is better for us outside of NVIDIA than inside of NVIDIA.
Right. Yeah.
And maybe that's what has the market.
And they probably made a lot on their investment, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's also what is also something being discussed right now, but interesting nonetheless.
Yeah. I think it's interesting.
Yeah.
We actually have talked about this a lot. Good stuff. RealReal. This one definitely on the move.
Yeah, this one on the move. This is
AI. Well, there probably is AI.
I mean, at this point, isn't every company incorporating it at this point, Carol?
Sounds like it.
Well, we're looking at shares of RealReal. They are on a tear, up as much as 38% in today's trade. This is the best day this year that we've seen for the stock. It's on track to close at its highest level on record. This is after a boost to its forecast. Of course, we know RealReal is more of a secondhand consignment luxury good outlet, if you think about it that way. And so you are really just seeing this as we're thinking about the consumer right now, of course, still being strapped. But as you think about where you want to put your cash, for those who are spending money on luxury, apparently they'd like to get it secondhand because you can knock off the price a little bit there. So we are still seeing this stock really seeing some strong gains, up about 38% so far if you look over the past 12 months.
I will say 25% of the float was short. So any kind of good news, and if the stock's moving up to the, moving big time to the upside, right? You see some short covering.
I feel like I should
love to look at the short interest. That's good to point that one out there.
I just think, we're always like buy, but you got to look at the other side of the market.
Should I be selling stuff to RealReal? Would they even take the stuff that I have?
Depends on what you have, Tim.
Yeah, I don't think they'll take it.
Doesn't hurt to try,
no
right?
Comment. No comment. All right, let's talk about CoreWeave. This is certainly a top story for us on this Tuesday.
Yeah, what is today, right?
I don't know.
Well, CoreWeave, this is ticker CRWV. This is a stock that, of course, IPO'd back in late March, but today not seeing a great day. Shares down as much as 17%. That's the most since August. This is after the company reported third quarter earnings, but they did talk about a data center delay, which they see could potentially be snagging or creating some sort of impact on its fourth quarter earnings. So you did see JPMorgan coming in, downgrading the stock to neutral from overweight. Analysts are still saying that supply constraints are okay over the short term, or there still tends to be some sort of constraints here in terms of supply on the near term. But overall, it seems as though this isn't the worst thing here for the company, but you're definitely seeing their shares taking quite a bit of a beating today.
Yeah. CoreWeave, one of the neo clouds.
Yeah, a lot of our conversation ahead of earnings focused on the three core customers, according to the supply chain function on the Bloomberg terminal: Microsoft, Meta Platforms, and Alphabet. And the company's CEO on Bloomberg TV was quick to point out
that they're
diversifying.
Mm-hmm. Correct. Which is, I think, an important thing, to kind of stress, right? Considering that this has been something that folks have been concerned about. I mean, this stock is up how much from its IPO? Was it back in May?
That was back in the end of March. March 28th is when they IPO'd.
Okay, so I'm just looking.
Well,
here.
It's off all-time high still.
124%.
124 is what I'm seeing as well.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.